Hey y'all, Alice here again for another day in Aether Raids. I'm just gonna go back with the same team that we've used the past couple of days because it's fun and it seems like it worked. So, +2 for Violet, a Flame Tribe Lyn with an attack and speed, Ascended. Okay, so they all have an Ascended asset on this team. A Rearmed Grima, a Summer Edelgard, a Ninja Hana. It's not often these days that you see that unit anymore. And Duo Crom, the menace to society that he is. I do not anticipate this again to be a hard team to take down. But as I said yesterday, I do believe that you should not underrate any unit just because that's how you lose these days. So not only is there this match, but there was a trailer last night that we can go over because I do believe that the two main headlining units are worth talking about. I don't truly believe that Dorothea is going to make too much of an impact, and the same kind of goes for Annette. I do not see them making massive impacts on the meta, if anything at all. That is not to say that if they are your favorite characters, to ignore them though. The whole fun of the game comes from playing with your favorites, so if you're not doing that, then, you know, what are you doing? Playing the game. So, in terms of Black Knight, I don't think that he's gonna be an excellent bar saver, which is what it looks like they want you to build him as. I just don't think that he's gonna be good enough, just because Duo Crom runs around everywhere, and it is, as a green armor, it is not going to be possible for him to tank that, virtually ever, really. So, I don't think that he's going to make good use of bar save at all. As a near savior, though, I do think that he could be relatively interesting, just because he's obviously going to be a fast unit, and so he already has damage reduction. He has an attack and speed penalty that he can inflict on enemies, which, to get the max of 10, you need to have 72 attack, which nowadays isn't super unheard of, but for older units, they're not going to get massive debuffs, which makes sense because their stats are lower anyways, so they're not going to be too threatening there anyways. Whenever it comes to Special Fighter 4, which obviously a new tier 4 B skill, it's worth talking about. I do not anticipate it to be good on virtually anyone over Hardy Fighter that can run it, and on range armor, I just kind of feel like Special Spiral 4 is just going to be better if you're going to run a Bar Savior or whatever potential fighter skill they need, whether it be a Slick Fighter or maybe Vengeful. Special Fighter has its niche use cases, as is, and so a tier 4 B skill version of it is, it's okay. I do think that there is one unit, well, two, I suppose. They are going to make very good use out of it, though, and would appreciate this skill greatly. And that is OG and Valentine's Hector, because of their Refine with Berserk arm mods. Just because you're mainly looking to use offensive specials with that weapon anyways to get your healing back. And so special acceleration on top of guard, on top of reducing deep wounds and extra healing, it seems very, very much so like it was made for that unit and not Black Knight, if that makes any sense. And then there is Harmonic Cordelia. I don't... Okay. The unit is obviously very good. Do I believe that they're better than Bridal Catria, though? It's hard to say. In terms of the Aether Raids defense, just because ARD is one of the places where you primarily see Bridal Catria. If you already have Bridal Catria, I see no reason to summon for Cordelia just for ARD purposes, just because they do the exact same thing. And in that case, if you already have Catria, you're just kind of wasting currency if you're looking for ARD specifically. For summoner duels, it makes a difference with SDS just because they do the same thing. You can place them on different SDS teams, and so it makes it to where you can have people forced to prepare for two versions of the exact same idea of a team, realistically. And so I think that that's going to be the main use case for Cordelia. So if you take Summoner Duels seriously, she does seem like a must-have there. For ARD, it's up in the air, just because in terms of Astra Anima season, Catria and Cordelia have the same base resistance, which is important because of Elamine. However, Catria gets access to more dragon flowers, so in reality, Catria is going to have higher res than Cordelia. And so, in terms of a res check, having 2 extra points of resistance, it could be a difference. And so, I don't see her fitting an ARD on Astra and Anima, just whenever Catria realistically does it better and more consistently than Cordelia would. Interestingly enough, though, I do think that she could be used for Gale Force comps on AR offense, though, just due to the fact that a flyer that already comes with innate access to attack speed clash and potential braves. It could be good. Also comes with innate slaying, which is mandatory on perfs nowadays. Well, not mandatory, but it's expected on every perf nowadays. But that's realistically my thoughts on the banner. I personally will not be summoning on this banner, but you know, obviously if they are your favorite characters, then don't let anyone tell you don't summon on the banner. These units aren't worth it because it's what lets you have fun. Then, you know, have fun. Don't listen to people that entirely rely on meta units. But then again, as I'm saying this, I could be taking a big page out of Joel's book and completely underrating a unit and I could be making the same mistake that he did with Bridal Catria back in the day. So we'll see if that turns out to be the case. But we did end up getting another defense match, and so this was with the updated layout for the team. And so there's a Fallen Edelgard +3, a Flame, a Bjorn, a Duo Leaf, and a Brave Marion. And so I don't know, teams like this just do not match well into this defense at all. Because even with the Far Savior, you take so much damage from potential Brave hits and Desperation, sweep effects, and pre-charge specials. It's very hard to deal with. So if you're realistically not running a player face team or certain Omni tanks, then your team is going to fall apart to this. That being said, obviously nothing against, people who come in with teams like this. Obviously, people, they just come in with what they have, and if this works for them on other maps, then, it does, but some teams just cannot deal with every map, and that's just the reality of the game. That being said, Bolt Tower strikes again this week and allows them to take out 2 units, but Legendary Veronica cleans up because she is a totally balanced character in this game, and so I am very much so looking forward to her rerun in the future to get more merges, because definitely a merge project. Actually, speaking of that, even though that's the end of AR, I know that I don't normally make videos and stuff like that, like this, where I add commentary and that it's just kind of new, and so I mentioned merge projects, and so I kind of wanted to go over what is potentially going on at the moment in terms of merge projects. Obviously, there's Legendary Veronica. I am 3 merges away from +10ing New Year's Dagger, and so on their rerun next month, I will hopefully be able to hold the last 3 copies that I need. OG Leaf. Whenever I mention specific units to tank, this is one of them. Funnily enough, he's one of my favorite units to use whenever it comes to Omni tanking, and I know that it's not who you would normally think of as an Omni tank, but he does the role so well. And I with external null follow-up support, he is extremely difficult to outspeed. Not only that, but obviously there was the I forget the name of the game mode. I'm not pure. Even though I've been playing this game since launch, I am not very good with the names of newer game modes. But I did use my Otherworld Bond for a Plumeria with infantry speed tactic. And so, thank you to Dan the DNA Man for posting their Plumeria on Fay Connect. And so it's very much so appreciated, and thank you to the people behind Fay Connect for allowing people to find units such as this for their own purposes, because legendary and mythic units with expensive fodder are very, very valuable. And my last merge project is actually OG Noth. Her refine is I don't want to say slept on, but I don't see people really talking about it as much, and I have shown screen caps to Levin Seti through Discord, as you know, we've been talking through DMs and stuff, and the amount of stats that she can get with optimal support is it's kind of ridiculous, and I've very much so been enjoying this unit. And so for light season, well, not light season, I suppose, because I'll use Leaf for next season. I wanted to try and show off the power of OG Leaf with Arcane Eulifnir and that build. And for Astra season, the following week, I'll make that the Na showcase, because I do believe that she is ridiculously strong. And so, thanks to the arena tickets, actually, that we're getting now, I could realistically finish up Na and Leaf for free, even though it's not realistic to happen within the next year. It is possible, and so not to mention just random 4-star focuses, not 4-star focuses, 4-star specials along the way to potentially get more merges for them. And so that's those are my current merge projects, and so hopefully you know, the next few summoning sessions go well, and I think that for the next banner that I intend to summon on, I will actually end up making a summoning video for that, and so hopefully it goes well, because I do really enjoy this game, and I've been having a lot of motivation to actually get back into the swing of hopefully making daily at least something whenever it comes to this game. And so thank you all for watching and listening to my ramblings for the past realistically 10 minutes since I finished the offense match. And so I will see you all tomorrow.